feel like there's a piece. No, that's just my hair. There's something here in my eye. Ew. I just finished watching this episode, Girl Meets Jessica. I think it was great. Let's get into this review. Intro time. Hey guys, it's Mimi1239 here, and I'm here to give you guys my review video for Girl Meets Jessica. I enjoyed this episode, surprisingly, because I didn't think that this episode was gonna be good from the promo. But it turned out to be a very, very good episode. For me, I got a different feel to this show. I feel like, for some reason, to me, this is like a new show. By the way, I just watched the episode, that's why I am wearing the exact same thing, exact same setting, my band uniform. Anyway, so I feel like this show is evolving. It's really changed even from the last episode. I got a different feel to this episode. I feel like this is more like almost a 90s show. Like at one point when they were in the classroom and Riley was even wearing something not so fashionable, I just got a feeling that this is sort of starting to be like a 90s show, like a show that I enjoy. Boy Meets World. And I like that. At least that outfit that Riley was wearing, the red and the white, you know, that outfit when she was in class. It was, I don't know, I just feel like that's great. I like it. So let's get into first this recap of this episode. If you haven't watched this episode yet, check it out, pause the video, watch the episode, and then come back to this video and watch my review if you want to do that. I'm not pressuring you to do that. If you don't want to watch the episode, you just want to watch this video, then by all means do so. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then you can pause the video, watch the episode, come back, and we can chat about this episode. Alright, so the very first scene, I liked the way how they panned the camera to Riley and Maya, and they're sitting in the hallway, I think, or they're sitting at doorsteps or something. But I like that. I did like it a lot. It's just a different way of filming the show, filming that scene. I liked it. I really did. So that's great. So the first scene starts with Riley and Maya. They're making social media accounts or something. I think that's what it was. I wasn't really checking. And Riley's very particular with what she wants to add to her description, like in her social media accounts, because she thinks it's gonna impact a lot on how people view her, like the kind of things she likes, the kind of movies she watches, all that stuff. She thinks that if she is a bit too honest with what she likes, people won't like her. And I feel that is very relatable to me, at least, because I don't like to say the kind of things that I like. I mean, I like writing. I couldn't say that before. I think some of you guys know that I could not say before that I like writing. Everybody knew that I like reading, but people didn't know that I like writing. That meant that people wanted to read my stuff. I could say that I like volleyball, but I couldn't say the kind of stuff like I like Girl Meets World, or I like, what do I like? I like The Outsider, or I like, what other shows do I watch? Well, PLL is like, that's my go-to show because it's a teen show. I couldn't say that I liked Young and Hungry or Boy Meets World or all these 90s and 80s shows that I am really into. That's the kind of things that I had trouble when I was younger, like Riley and Maya's age, I mean in the show, that I couldn't say to people, so I just didn't really say what my interests were. So yeah, and this is 5 minutes long already. Wow, how the heck does the time pass by? Oh yeah, and then this interesting part in this episode was when in the scene was when Riley says Maya is gonna have like 5 husbands and she's gonna like kill all of them. That's what I remember. I thought that was really, I don't think a lot of people like that. I like the part where Zay says that he likes The Notebook, even though I have never watched or read The Notebook. I know I should. That's up my alley. I just haven't done it. I just keep forgetting. Yeah, sorry guys. Apparently it's a very good movie though, so I'm gonna take my sister's word for it because she loves that movie. So then Riley, I think she used to have an imaginary friend. Her name was Jessica. She had blue hair, she had a tutu, she had a sword. She used to protect Riley when she was younger until Maya came along and she became her best friend. So I like that because even though I never had an imaginary friend, I do have an I still have an imaginary friend. I actually started having an imaginary person that even now I write to someone who is imaginary in my journals or in my diaries, and I call her Scarlett, and that is her name, and I've always loved the name Scarlett. So I relate to Riley in that sense, that you have someone imaginary who knows you and accepts you, and that's a great thing. That's a great feeling to have when you have someone that doesn't judge and all that stuff, and you just talk to them, and it's not a real person, but it's basically you. It's yourself. So Jexika is Riley's person who she used to talk to, and it's normal, okay? We're not crazy. The next scene, well, okay, we're jumping ahead here. So Riley and Maya decide to do like a little experiment, social experiment, where they first create a Jexika account for all the social medias and stuff, and right after people start liking her, they wanted to see what people's reactions were to Jexika's interests, which were Riley's interests. After they did that and people started accepting her, they would shut down the Jexika accounts and they would put Riley's name instead. So basically everything was under a false name, but it's Riley. Obviously. So then the next scene, they have like, I heard it's like the real world or something reference, because they're like interviewing people about Jexika and everybody's saying how cool she is and all that stuff. Oh, and then this part that I liked. Lucas says we should invite Jexika to join our group, the little clan. That was pretty relatable, because when I was in school and I had a group of friends, we always wanted, because we were 3 girls, right? We always needed an extra person to join our group, because whenever we had like group projects, partner projects and stuff, we needed, so one of us wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be an odd number. So I get why, I mean, I don't get why Luke, well, I get that, okay? I get the want to, when you find someone cool, you want to add them into your group. I get that. So that's really common, I guess. And then after that, we move into the next scene, Cory and Topanga, and I love the reference to Boy Meets World. I love the flashback. Nobody told me about this flashback, and I'm glad, because I was super shocked. I wasn't expecting there to be a flashback, but I am so glad that there was one, and it was amazing. I loved it, and I wouldn't have caught the reference. Honestly, I wouldn't have caught the reference to season 7, I think it was, from Boy Meets World, if they wouldn't have shown the flashback. So it was great. I liked it a lot. So basically in this side plot, Augie gets a email from a prince offering him money or something like that. Topanga wants to tell Augie that this person is not a prince and it's fake and stuff like that. And Cory's like, no, let him have this imagination. Let him have his innocence. He's still like, how old is he? Like 7 years old? 8 years old? He's still a kid. He should believe in people. And Augie, I like this point. Augie asks Topanga and Cory, why did you guys teach me how to read if I can't believe in everything that I read? And that's a very interesting question, because I never thought of that, but I can totally see that coming out of Michael Jacobs' mind, that question. I was like, that is so something that he would bring up on the show. So yeah, so I like that question. Why don't we believe everything that we hear on the internet? Because not everybody is, why is it still playing? Not everybody in the internet is trustworthy, and I know that sucks, and I don't know who I'd side with, Topanga or Cory. I feel like there's so much more to this. There's so much in depth that we can get into this right now. Why I'd side with Cory or why I'd side with Topanga. Generally, I would side with Cory, because I am still, I mean, I used to be more innocent with like who I trusted online. I would trust, like, I can make an entire story about that, about the people I trusted online when I was way younger. I think I'd have to go with Cory, because this is what I mean. Riley was taught to be how she is because of Cory, because she is Cory's daughter. That's the realization of why Riley is this way, and why Augie is turning out to be this way. And if it's a good way, then great.
Innocence is not bad. Hold on to it. The world is a rough place.
Topanga isn't like that. She isn't the way that Cory is. Cory likes to be innocent. He loves it. Topanga isn't like that because she was raised to be more aware, again with this aware word that I used to say, be more conscious of scammers and bad people. But Cory likes to trust in people, and that's why Riley is this way. That's why Augie is turning out to be this way. And I just don't know. I mean, I think I would side with Cory. Let's just say that, okay? And I love all the Corpanga moments, okay? All the Corpanga moments, I ship them a lot. Alright, so in the next scene, it's a classroom scene, and I really enjoy this scene because Corey talking about something that's relatable, like something that I actually understand this time. The first time around, I understand this about the internet and about how one day we're fixated on a video or like a Vine or something that goes viral, a viral video or whatever, and then the next day we're totally, completely fixated on something else. And I think that is very true. One day we'll be loving the Charlie bit my finger video, and then the next day we'll be loving the panda sneezing video. I have watched most of those videos that Corey said, I think. I don't know. Do you guys remember do you guys know this? The rat carrying the pizza? Do you guys know that one? So all these videos that go viral and then they just disappear from our mind and we just leech on to the next viral video. That is true, I think. So why does that happen? He explains it in this episode. The reason why we do that is because that kind of stuff isn't as important as what is the capital of this country or that country or actual knowledge. Because viral videos are just there for a day. It's like the Damn Daniel video, which some people are still fixated on, but it'll eventually leave us because we'll be fixated on something else. So what was I trying to say here? So what's important? What's the important things to be leeching onto forever? That is explained in this episode. I like the joke where Riley's like, not me. When Corey asks, who's ready to learn or something, Maya's like, not me. And I think that was so like a Sam Puckett moment from iCarly. So the important thing I think from this episode is that Riley doesn't know what is important to remember, to keep with you. What is important about yourself, to other people, and to yourself. What is important to yourself? That is something that Riley learns in this episode. That is something that she did not know and she took a long time to figure out, I guess. So people really enjoyed Jessica, and she came to school dressed like that, and she wanted to end the feud or the triangle problem issue with Lucas and Maya because she wanted Lucas to fall in love with Jessica in order for him to stop liking Maya and Riley. So that is not gonna solve anything, just saying. So everything backfired on her because she came to school and people were like, I'm Jessica. And then the next day people were just not into it anymore. That's one of the things that just isn't relevant to people. It's one of those viral things. You won't be happy from that. You feed off of that for a day and then that's it, and that's gone. So then Corey explains that what is important for other people to know about you, what is worth people knowing about you, is not the kind of movies that you like or kind of songs you listen to or any of that. What is truly important to Riley, what she learned, is her friends and the fact that Lucas and Farkle and Bedoze, they knew that she was Jessica. That was her, because they wouldn't recognize her anywhere. Lucas saying that to Riley, and then Maya getting a bit jealous and saying, now you have to say something nice to me. And Lucas saying, I would recognize you anywhere too. And Maya saying, you're not even trying hard. And then Lucas is like, I'm just tired. And that's totally me, by the way. And then at the end, Riley puts in her profile pictures of her friends, I think. Let me check. Oh yeah, oh my god, that's so cute. I feel like that's like fan art or something. Okay, that is really cute. That seems a lot like fan art and stuff, but anyway, that's nice. Good job, Riley. It's a good lesson, but then the thing with Augie and him trusting, well, first he didn't trust that, like, because Ava called or texted him saying, wait, he has a phone? Does he have a phone? I just realized that. But if he has a phone, then Ava texted him saying that she was in London and she needed money. Corey and Topanga did not believe that. Then Augie later had a dream that everything was solved and they got all the money and everything happened. And that didn't work out. I guess either we do trust or we don't trust. I'm a bit confused because overall, like, during the show, we have learned that we do trust in people. But then in this episode, do we still trust in people? With kids, I think it is important to keep their innocence alive for as long as possible. I do believe in that. Because you believe in Santa, you believe in the Tooth Fairy. I think it's important for kids to experience their childhood innocently. That's my opinion. I already mentioned this in my reaction video, but if you guys want to hear it again, I'm gonna say it. The only issue that I had with this episode is that I feel like the fact that Riley is still insecure about herself is a similar issue to what already happened in a previous episode in season 2. It was Girl Meets Yearbook, when Riley said that she cares more about what other people think of her versus what she thinks about herself. I think that was also the same sort of deal that was dealt with in this episode, but they dealt with it differently, having Jessica there. I mean herself, but Jessica play a role in this episode. But overall, I think it was good. That was a very tiny issue that I had, but what made it good, this episode, I think better or different than Yearbook, is that they played it out differently. They didn't just talk about how it shouldn't matter what other people think about you, but it should matter who you are. Just keep your friends close, and yeah, I guess that's it. So I really enjoyed this episode, a lot better than I thought I would. So let me know what you thought of this episode. Leave a comment below telling me what you thought. I really want to know what you guys think. And Permanent Record comes out tomorrow, but you guys would already, by now, Permanent Record is out. That's mind-blowing to me. I like all the jokes that they made about the internet, like all those references to like Wikipedia. I already said that in my reaction video, sorry, but all that stuff I liked a lot. So I guess that's all I wanted to say. That's the end of my review video. I like this episode. I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's even better than High School, I think. I mean, at least the second part. I liked it a lot. Evidently, this whole show is about friendship more than feelings. I mean, more than... Well, oh my gosh, they reference to friendship, feelings, and growth. This show is a lot about friendship. It's great. And that's the end of my review video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of this episode. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Let's try to get this video to 20 likes. Let's see if we can do it. Subscribe to my channel if you want. The subscription button is right there. We're trying to get it to 500 subscribers by the end of this month as my graduation presents, I guess, ish. All my social media accounts are right here, so follow me, especially on Twitter, because that's where I keep in contact with you guys. My last video, which is my reaction video to this episode, is right here. My predictions video to this episode is right here. And lastly, my predictions / promo reaction to the next episode. I know this is really weird to say, but Permanent Record is right there. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Mwah. And remember, guys, there is no end to your horizon. Right there. Let's read it together. There is no end to your horizon. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!